Hey folks, another quick video here. So I originally made this video last night and I uploaded it and then realized I had some personal information in there that I didn't really want to share, so I pulled it down. This is just a quick little addition. Basically everything in this video is now moot. I'm making another video that I'll be working on today that explains what I figured out here and where I stand on all this stuff, but I spent the time to make this video, so I figured what the hell, I'll go ahead and upload it anyway. But just if you want to save yourself some time, this video is just me making an asshole of myself, which is my specialty. There's nothing really to see or miss here, so if you want, skip this one, go to the next one I'll upload, which explains what I figured out with the bike and where I stand with everything. But if you want to watch this for some reason, why not? I spent the time making it. So here's a lovely meme that Zendyme made of us parachuting together. So make of that what you will and enjoy the video. Okay, I just wanted to do a quick little voiceover to show you folks just how close I came to doing something drastic. Shane walked me back from the edge, so I want to show you just how close I had come here. So I was literally creating the Craigslist ad and I was actually on the payment screen when he texted me and said, "Hey, I think I have a solution for you." I had gone through, I'd taken all the pictures, I had everything ready to go for my listing. This is Zendyme bragging about how much better the gas mileage in his truck is. This is, I went to Costco the other day and I came home and there was nowhere to set the box, and I set it on the oven, and apparently I bumped the burner on when I did that, and I looked over and I had a flaming Costco box of food on my oven, so I threw it on the ground and had to stomp it out, and I burnt my kitchen floor. It needs to be replaced anyway, but yeah, here's my old dog, Baron Von Pug. Here's the rib protector that Shane uses. That's actually designed for cart drivers because the G-force crushes their ribs. I plan to get one of those. That was me trying to use a foam roller. I sold my vest. Here's my other dogs, both dogs together, Baron and Winston. Anyway, I don't know why I'm looking at all this stuff. Point is, I had put together all these photos for the Craigslist ad. I was ready to post it. I was really frustrated. Brandon Zendyme was trolling me with dank memes, a little too dank. We'll get to that later. I was raging. You know, I'm the kind of person that's always looking for an excuse to want to move on to another bike anyway. I get bored. I want to ride every bike I can only afford and only have so much room, so I can only have so many bikes at one time. Blah, blah, blah. My friends are surprised I still have the KTM at this point, so it's been frustrating me so much lately. The issue tonight was going to push me over the edge, so huge thanks to Shane for walking me back from the edge, at least for now. I'm going to ride the bike tomorrow, and we will see how it goes. So without further ado, let's get into the rest of the video. Hey folks, Mike with Chasing Trail here. Another quick update. So new friend of mine, Shane, you saw him in my recent video if you watched it. 2 KTM sitting in a tree. The guy who rides like the wind. The uncatchable. The fastest guy in the West. Shasta County's biggest ripper. Anyway, he saw my video. He said, "Hey, give me a call. I think I know what's going on." Gave him a call, called him up. He has the exact same bike I do, and he's running the Taipan AIM ECU, so he still has the stock ECU. He drove to my house and brought me this ECU, which was his stock one that he's no longer using. And we did some testing. So the first thing we did, we swapped in his ECU and ran the bike, and it did run better. Then he had me disconnect the Dobeck piggyback fuel controller, and it ran even better yet. So no fuel controller, his ECU was running great. I then swapped back to my ECU just to see, because I forgot to mention the dealer did mention they put a new map on, that there was an update. So I must have got a 2022 map. So I put my ECU back in, no Dobeck, and it was bogging again. on hard acceleration. So there's definitely something up. Now that I rode them back to back, like there's no question there's something up with that new map that they put onto my ECU. And I was very surprised at how well the bike ran without the fuel controller. The bike feels crisper and is running better without it. And Shane said he had the same experience. I was like, man, I feel like an asshole for buying this thing if I don't even need it. He said he did the same thing. He bought one, realized he didn't need it. So I'm going to take it off, see if I can sell it, get some money back out of it. Spent 250 bucks on it. It's like new. If anybody wants one, not that I'm doing a good job of selling one right now, I'll be selling that and just running stock. I mean, the dealer had said that with the kind of mods I have on here, the stock ECU is enough to compensate, and I read some stuff online. People said no, but I'll take firsthand experience of someone like Shane, who's you know, been working on high performance engines and trophy trucks and shit for 30 years over some internet wives' tales. Anyway, don't need the fuel controller. The 21 map is definitely better. I'm going to contact my dealer about the map that was installed and see if there's any way to roll back to the previous map. I have a worrying feeling that it's probably a one-way street, that once you upgrade to a newer map, they won't let you go back to an older one. I don't know that for certain. I also have a buddy who flashes ECUs for semi-trucks, and he's got all kinds of software. Maybe he could get into this thing and do something, but that'll be going down a whole rabbit hole. For now, I'm very happy. Shane offered to let me keep using his ECU, so I'm going to put his back in. I'm going to give him my ECU just so he has a backup if he needed it for some reason, and then I'll talk to my dealer and see if they can reload the previous map, because there's definitely something that new map is not as good. I will say that blipping from idle with the new map and no Dobek, the bike wasn't dying anymore. It still dies with Shane's ECU. Shane said that was just sort of a characteristic of this bike, and to be fair, that bike doesn't die like that if you're already at, or you know, if you're at 2,000 or 3,000 RPM and you crack the throttle, it does not die. It's only when you're at idle and you crack the throttle, it will kill the bike. And he said once he got his AIM Taipan ECU, it won't do that, and you can crack it as hard as you want from idle, and it will never die like that. So I have one of those on my list. You know, they're not cheap. It's gonna be like $600 or $700, and that's not money I want to throw out for now. But Shane saved me from. I was putting together a Craigslist ad. No joke. I was creating an ad. I was feeling so frustrated. I was just like, you know what? I don't want to deal. All the KTM memes are true. Zendime's just been spamming me with bullshit memes all night. I was getting pissed off and raging. I was like, fuck this bike. I'm going back to Japanese. All the bullshit. I didn't want to believe all the stuff about KTMs, but it feels like it's true. I've just been having too many issues with this thing. But Shane walked me back from the edge, and we'll see how it does. I'm going to try to get out tomorrow and ride with his ECU. I'm going to pull the Dobek off now and just run without it. See how it does, and we'll go from there. So I just wanted to do a little update about that, and yeah, that's where I'm at. Thanks for watching. Hope everyone has a great holiday weekend. More rides to come.